Hey, what is up? It is your favorite kind of punch, MrFalconpunch, and 996, the underrated king, the recommendation master, and of course, YouTube's #1 Dorohedoro fanboy, back to bring you guys another new video. Today I'm going to be finally recommending an Osamu Tezuka series, which is something I've been meaning to do for a while now, considering that Tezuka is probably one of the most iconic and influential mangakas of all time. I mean, he is called the god of all manga. However, being the underrated king I am, I'm going to be talking about one of his most underrated series, being Alabaster. Now, Osamu Tezuka during his career pretty much covered every genre and demographic you could think of. However, despite this, his works were always seen as something more on the bright side, which is why when he ventured off to more darker stories, his fans didn't take too kindly to it. In fact, Alabaster during its initial release received major backlash from even the most loyal Tezuka fans, for being a bleak and tragic story fueled by Tezuka's own darkness. With his frustrations with the bankruptcy of his studio, Mushi Productions, as well as losing the rights to many of his own characters. Tezuka himself isn't really that fond of the series either, claiming to hate drawing some of its characters and not wanting to have the series reprinted despite numerous companies' pleads. Nowadays, Alabaster can be seen as a unique and sort of forgotten work from the godfather of manga. Alabaster tells the twisted and tragic story of James Block, an athlete who had it all, fame, fortune, and a sweet romance. But when that romance goes sour, he becomes full of rage, winding up in prison. There he meets the mad scientist named Dr. F, who James discovers before being arrested for his cruel experimental testing was working on an invisible ray. Once he finishes his prison sentence, James seeks out the doctor's lab in order to try the invisible ray for himself. While it does work, it malfunctions on him, causing him to become severely disfigured, with the ray making his skin become translucent, giving him a very ghastly look, which pushes James over the edge, going under the persona of Alabaster, a criminal madman dead set on destroying the beauty of the world to suit his newfound twisted sense of beauty. Alabaster soon comes across Ami, the granddaughter of Dr. F, who due to his experiments was born invisible. Alabaster wants to take Ami as her guardian, as well as someone that understands her condition. However, deep down he just wants her to help him out with his war against beauty. What makes this series so appealing is the same thing that made it so controversial back in the day, which is its dark story. I mean, the story opens up with fucking Alabaster killing the girl he used to love and then using the invisible ray to hide her corpse. And it only gets darker from there. As for the most part, this series is devoid of any heroes or just good characters in general. Alabaster himself is truly a villain, stopping at nothing to achieve his goals. However, a lot of the other characters aren't so great either, with the characters Alabaster steals from or kills being pretty scummy people. Then there's Rock, an FBI agent who comes a bit later, who you'd think given his position would be the hero of the story. However, he winds up being a very twisted character, who views himself as truly beautiful and everyone else as ugly trash, taking many extreme actions to show it, leading to some of the most disturbing scenes of the manga. Then there's Ami, who starts off very innocent, however Alabaster does have a dark influence over her, causing Ami to go back and forth between right and wrong throughout the series. The only character that can be looked at as genuinely good is Ami's brother, who throughout the series tries his best to get Ami back home safely. However, good-natured as he is, he's absolutely powerless to actually do anything, making for a series filled with corruption and the twisted nature of beauty, all building up to a very bleak ending. Alongside the darker story, the series' art and creativity is another standout aspect. For the most part, the art is common Tezuka stuff, but towards the end when all hell breaks loose, we are treated to these ghastly panels that show the true horrors of invisibility, as Tezuka is able to make something which normally wouldn't be visually interesting like invisibility, and twist it to make some creative and haunting imagery, most of which actually still sticks with me when reflecting back on the series. Dark as it is, this is still a Tezuka manga, so there's plenty of goofy moments and character designs, as well as just plain crazy moments like how Alabaster honed his flicking abilities to the max and is capable of killing people by flicking peanuts at them. I'm not joking, that's his main method of attack. While it may be due out of respect of Tezuka's dislike for the series, I do wish more was done with Alabaster both as a character and series. I mean, I could easily see Alabaster crossing over Astro Boy as a villain or even Blackjack as a patient. Hell, maybe we could even get a proper anime, since I really want to see the monstrosities of invisibility brought to life, as well as see Alabaster in action. I mean, he has a really awesome design with his ghastly appearance and style, and come on, seeing him kill people with peanuts should be more of enough of a reason to see this one animated. Really though, if you're looking to see the darker side of the god of manga as well as treat yourself to a creative and bleak read, then definitely check out Alabaster. Now it's time to wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, I am MrFalconpunch 996. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, and of course if you haven't done any of that already, you will be Falcon Punch in the face, so you better do it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.